Yes, Your Honor.
Oh boy. Mr. Millerans, would you get up and put on a shirt? Good morning, Miss Bauer.
Good morning, Your Honor. I will be filing an appearance in this matter on behalf of Randy Bailey.
All right, I wasn't aware of that, but I don't have any objection to it, but it does, we're already in a confused posture here today. Ms. Bailey and Mr. Millerans, would you join us, please?
Yes, Your Honor, we're present.
All right, Mr. Millerans there as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh boy. Mr. Millerans, would you get up and put on a shirt?
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor. I'm actually trying to find a shirt right now as we speak, Your Honor. Sorry about that.
This is a trial. Boy, I can tell you have great respect for the process. All right. The title of this case is Golden Pond Estates versus Travis Millerans and Randy Bailey. They wish to terminate their tenancy primarily because of the misconduct of Travis Millerans, who shows up for court without a shirt. Mr. Steve Cromendike is here on behalf of Golden Pond Estates. We've been tussling with this case since early December. Randy Bailey is present, and Meg Bauer is here from legal aid. Theoretically, this matter was set for a trial today on a termination of tenancy. Mr. Millerans and Ms. Bailey wanted a jury trial, and they don't have the wherewithal to conduct a jury trial. They didn't file the information in a timely manner. I didn't set the matter for a jury trial.
Wait, Judge, I'm sorry. Did they not file in a timely manner?
I can't remember. Maybe I'll take a look. Maybe they did. So you're contending there's a jury demand in here?
Yes, my understanding is that they filed a jury demand within the 5 days of the first hearing and paid the jury demand fee or had it waived.
I'm not sure that's accurate, but all right, let's assume for the sake of argument it is. I set this for today. All their witness and exhibit lists were due by January the 9th, which they filed on January 28th.
I don't believe the plaintiff filed a witness or exhibit list in this matter.
No, they didn't either.
Exhibits.
So plaintiff filed a motion for summary disposition that the defendant has not had an opportunity to answer, and they amended the complaint that the defendant has not had an opportunity to answer. So if I understand correctly, Ms. Bauer, you'll be representing only Randy Bailey?
Randy Bailey is the listed client in our system. If the court would prefer that I make my appearance on behalf of both defendants, I can do that. And I am primarily motivated to be involved in this case based on the procedural confusion.
Well, one problem is Randy Bailey and Travis Millerans they have conflicting interests. The primary reason they want to evict Ms. Bailey is because of the conduct of Mr. Millerans.
You have articulated my apprehension about appearing on behalf of both defendants.
All right, why don't you go ahead and place your appearance on the record as who you're appearing for.
Thank you, Your Honor. Attorney Meg Bauer, P84816, appearing on behalf of Randy Bailey.
Your Honor, if I may, Meg and I talked for quite a bit yesterday afternoon, Meg, about a potential conditional dismissal here and what terms of that would look like. I have not been able to follow up with you until now about it. You said you were going to talk to your client, which I suppose is just Randy at that point, at this point. But in any event, has there been any progress on that?
Well, I'm glad that Meg is here. These people could use some help. They claim that they had legal knowledge, which they don't, and that you guys can discuss this matter in a rational manner. And nobody wanted to be here today. I appreciate, Mr. Kromendijk, you were gonna have to drive down here from Holland and everybody would have to be here. So on short notice, I turned this into a Zoom hearing. Ms. Bauer, do you think there'd be any merit to you either discussing it further with Mr. Kromendijk or with Ms. Bailey in a breakout room?
I did speak extensively with the tenants last night, and I thought that Attorney Kromendijk also needed to speak with his client. So I have a little bit of an understanding of the range of possible settlements based on my conversations. I am hopeful that something is possible.
I've talked to my client, and I believe he's on board.
All right, how about if I put, Ms. Bailey, I'll put you in the waiting room. Don't go away. Meanwhile, Mr. Miller-Rance can get pants and a shirt. And I'll put the two of you in a breakout room and see if you can get the details of the conditional dismissal. And maybe we can have some good result here today.
And Judge, I made it clear to Ms. Bailey that I was going to articulate this to you. But my presence here is primarily in service to the court. Obviously, I have an ethical obligation and legal duty, but
well, I've already said I appreciate your being here, and you all very often help resolve difficult cases, and I do appreciate that. All right, I'm going to put both of you in a breakout room. I'm going to sit here and think deep thoughts for a while, or maybe not so deep thoughts. All right, I'll give you both the first line of the day. You're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. All right, you guys think about that.
I know it. I just can't think of the next line now.
Sing it. That'll come to you. I didn't give you the first word. The first word is the title. You're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you please to come home. All right, you guys go in the breakout room and I'll think about that.
I'll practice so I can get my Oscar next time.
All right,
Because I don't even know what it.
I'll leave it to you guys.
Well, the album is about 55 years old, Mr. Kromendijk, but you might know it. All right, we are back on the record and back on the live feed in the matter of Golden Pond Estates versus Travis Miller-Rance and all other occupants, which include Randy Bailey. Miss Bailey and Mr. Miller-Rance are here. I assume you put a shirt on since we last saw them. Meg Bauer and Steve Kromendijk have been discussing this matter at some length in a breakout room. And Ms. Bauer, I'll defer to you. What's our current status?
Thank you, Your Honor. Attorney Kromendijk and I have had extensive conversation about the range of settlement terms. And although we're close, we've got a few details to massage out still. So for that reason, we'd like to ask the court to schedule us to keep us on track, that perhaps we have the court schedule a pretrial, perhaps a deadline for witnesses and exhibits in a couple of weeks. And we were discussing that ideally the week of February 16th, but obviously depending on the court schedule, with the hope that we'll have a settlement that we can have executed and entered at that hearing, but understanding that that's a turning point to keep us on track.
All right, the clerk did bring in the jury demand. It was in the file. I couldn't find it. It was filed within 5 days of the original hearing on December 5th, and the defendant did pay the $50 jury demand fee. So theoretically, this case would be set for jury trial. There are a couple concerns. I don't think there's currently any valid lease in effect. Do you agree with that, Mr. Kromendijk?
I do.
We've been tussling with this, as I said, since December. Will be December, January, and February. There is no escrow order in place. Is a plaintiff requesting one?
We're not, and frankly, there hasn't been an issue with payment of rent.
And Ms. Bailey, we've discussed the portal being unlocked.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Let's look at February 16th.
And
That might be President's Day.
And my thoughts were that we don't bog your schedule down with a day blocked out for a trial at this point. Because if it's not necessary, we keep the date open for the court.
February 16th is a holiday. I normally try to be gone during that holiday, but I'm not.
I think
Let's look at February 13th.
I think
13th, I'm going to be out of town.
All right.
Steve, are you okay with the 20th? I know that's typically the landlord tenant days are Mondays and Fridays.
20th would work.
I have an important appointment at Sunset Key, which used to be called Beer Can Island, on February the 20th.
My
So
apologies,
let's
Judge. I
look.
wouldn't want to interfere with that.
I've got to go buggy unless I get out of here again. What's this? That takes us all the way, I apologize, to February 27th. Friday,
27th
February
would work
20th.
for me.
All right. At 11 o'clock. It's going to be problematic because I'm missing so many Mondays and Fridays in February. The days are going to be kind of dense, but I think I may be able to put some things in the afternoon of that day. So we'll block out 1 hour on Friday, February 27th at 11 to 12 for status conference. If the matter is resolved before that time, you certainly can file a conditional order of dismissal at any time. Miss Bailey, Miss Bauer has filed a verbal appearance, and she'll file a written appearance on your behalf, and you've been discussing things at length. Mr. Millerans, my advice to you is that you continue to keep things on a low profile. There are a number of things that you are alleged to have done, which is why they want to terminate your tenancy. So
Your
my
Honor.
advice,
Don't interrupt.
well, I don't, we haven't got to that issue. They're accusations. So just don't bring up any more accusations. I don't want any more disturbance or discord out there. That'll just make their case easier. All right. Parties did work at resolution, weren't unable to get there.
Well, that's a question.
I'm allowed to speak.
Yes.
It's actually for Mr. Commondike. Because I was locked out, of the portal, can the $50 late fee that was put there for January's rent be removed? Because Casey did
Well,
ask
we
for
can
the rent.
discuss that later. Right now, you can't pay your rent. In a termination of tenancy case, they can't accept your rent.
But
So
they're
they can't say
asking
we
We're
won't
not gonna-
accept your rent, then give you a late fee. So you can discuss that with Ms. Bauer.
Yeah.
But certainly keep stockpiling the money if there's an issue regarding rent.
Judge, we're not going to raise a Park Forest waiver argument at this point, but we'd much prefer to have the rent paid.
All right, then you guys can discuss that. Defendant will allow rent to be paid. That's interesting. It makes sense. What happens is people don't pay the rent and they don't set the money aside. They spend it on car insurance or groceries or lottery tickets or whatever. And then when it comes time to pay the rent, the money's gone. So there is certainly logic in continuing to pay the rent. We don't have an escrow order. And that way the rent will not be an issue. So I guess I can accept that. All right, this matter's continued all the way till Friday, February 27th, which is about a month from now at 11 o'clock. If the matter is resolved, that's fine. If it isn't resolved, we'll set a jury trial date at that time. All right, we will have a finalization of any witness and exhibit list by that time. Mr. Kromendijk, any further?
Nothing.
All right, I'll see you guys in February or sooner if you do work out a resolution.
Miss Bailey, I
All
will give
right,
you a
Miss
call.
Bailey. My
Yes,
advice
Your
is you
Honor.
stay in contact with your lawyer.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Meg, and thank you,
All
Mr. Cromendike.
All right, Mr. Millerand, you as well. Thank you both.
Yep.
Thank you,
Thank
Judge,
you.
for the time. Steve?
All right, well, we inched a little closer to the finish line. I'm hopeful they can come up with a solution. We'll stop our live feed. We'll be back at 10 for a sentence.
And this is where the courtroom quietly hits pause, not because the conflict is resolved, but because the judge is drawing a clear line in the sand. The message is simple: keep things calm, stop escalating, and let the legal process breathe. No rent games, no public drama, no new accusations. February 27th isn't just another date on the calendar, it's the moment where this case either finds resolution or moves one step closer to a full jury trial. Until then, everything the parties do outside this courtroom could matter just as much as what happens inside it.